You having a good day? It's always a good day when you're Bubba, huh? Isn't that right? So every now and then I like to do a little story time about Bubba's origin story, because I'm sure some folks might want to know how Bubba came to join the family. And so I'm going to tell you all about that. That happened in 2018, January of 2018. My wife and I were taking a walk at a local park. Oops. And one that we hadn't been to a whole lot, and we were driving back from the park, and there was Bubba sitting alongside of the road, all hunched over, all by his lonesome. So we pulled over. He was pretty skittish at first. You were skittish at first, buddy. You're not the gregarious Bubba that we see now. But we got out of the car. We were able to coax him over to the car with some treats. We had a couple dogs at the time, actually one dog at the time. We had two senior dogs, Oscar and Brenna. Brenna had recently passed, and Oscar was getting to that age. And we were actually thinking about taking a break from dogs when we came upon Bubba. We've been married 22 years. We've always had dogs. We've always had cats. And we thought after Brenna and Oscar that maybe we would take a little break and see what we thought about that. So life had other ideas, and so we're coming back from the park. We see Bubba. We coax him into the car with the help of a neighbor who had a soft rope leash and some treats that we had in the car. And we took him around to some of the neighbors to see if anybody knew him, recognized him, knew where his home was. He was in pretty good shape. He was a little skinny, but was pretty clean. You know, didn't seem to have any infections or scrapes or abrasions, and was in pretty good shape. So we figured he had a home. But anyway, it was a relatively rural area too, not country, but country enough that there's some space in between houses. So we stopped at a few houses. Nobody recognized him. It was a weekend. We decided to hang on to him. So we went to Petco and we got a collapsible kennel and a toy for him, and we still had our senior dog Oscar at home. So we kept Bubba in the kitchen that evening in his collapsible kennel, so Oscar, our senior dog, could continue doing what he did and living out the rest of his life kind of unencumbered. But again, life had different plans for that. And so you know, on Monday we took him to our vet, had him scanned for a microchip. Didn't have a chip, didn't have a collar. Put out you know, some social media posts on lost dog groups. Contacted our county, who handles animal welfare in our area, got his picture up on their website, and they basically told us, I think it was 7 days or 10 days, if nobody claims him, we could keep him or do what we wanted with him, I guess. So long story short, 7-10 days goes by, 7 or 10 days, I can't remember which, we'll say 7. So 7 days go by, and nobody claimed him, and we were pretty shocked. We thought for sure. He was just such a good looking dog, and although he was timid at first, it only took a couple days for his personality to open up, and we tried not to get too attached to him during that time, which was very, very difficult because as you all know, to know Bubba is to love Bubba. So you know, we were already in love with him by the time the 7 days were up. So although we wanted to find his family, you know, part of me was like, man, I hope we don't find his family. And you know, we think he got dumped. Maybe he was a hunting dog that didn't pan out. I don't know. Hey, nobody wants to see you do that while we're doing story time. So after the 7 days, Bubba joined the family, and he's been just an absolute sunbeam in our life. He's a jolt of energy. He's a very grateful dog. He's a fun dog. He really just goes after each day with all he's got, and he's really an inspiration, and he teaches us every day. So that's Bubba's origin story. What do you think, Bub? Think everybody will enjoy that? You want to go swimming? Where's your baton? Go get it.